Well, hello everybody. Welcome again to another Monday. We are here. This is the open score. Thank you for tuning in. It is a pleasure to be here with you again this Monday. Today is December 8th, so we're getting closer to the holidays, to Christmas, and stay tuned until later in the program because I do have a Christmas song prepared for you guys that we are going to listen to and that I'm going to play, that you're going to listen to. I'm going to be playing it at the end of the program. So I wanted to start off with a little looping, some improvisation on a chord change from a song that just popped into my head the other day. This is a pop song from, the chord change comes from a pop song from, I believe it's from the 2000s. And if anyone can guess the song that this comes from, I'm gonna be really impressed. So I will be soloing over some chord changes from the unnamed pop song from the 2000s. This, just so you know, though, the artist is was probably one of the top 10 artists in the 2000s. So that gives you any kind of a hint. So let's give it a shot here. Okay, did anybody get that? Did anybody get that? Did you have an idea of which song that came from? Let's see here. I didn't see anything. I don't see anything in the comments here. So let me show you. Please, guys, don't cringe when I play the actual, song when I give it away. I actually like this song, but, this artist is kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine. But I'm not listening to her music every day or anything. Let's see who we got. Mira says Adele. No, it's not Adele. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. Okay, now who is it? Who is it, guys? Who wrote Wide Awake? Who? Type it in the comments. If I don't hear from you guys in a few seconds, I'm just going to give you the answer. Okay, while you guys marinate on that, I'm gonna prepare another loop here. Okay. I think I'm feeling something in minor here. Let's try something in a minor key. Swifty, come on. Andrea says, yeah, I don't know. Andrea, I joked around with you about this song last week. Come on. You got to know who it is. It's none other than Mrs. Katy Perry. Come on. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. There we go. Mira's finally got it. Yes, it's Wide Awake by Katy Perry. And actually, okay, we're going to take a brief 2 minutes and I'm going to give you guys a little story time because this is actually how this song came into my head, okay? I don't know because most of our viewers right now I think are in SoCal. Okay, so if you're in SoCal, you probably know about Earth Cafe, URTH, Earth Cafe. And we have a beautiful location of Earth Cafe in Orange, in downtown, Old Town Orange. So I went there the other night with Andrea Thomas, and we were getting some coffee, and we were going to go look at Christmas lights, okay? So I'm an experienced coffee drinker. I drink coffee every single day, okay? It's like my go fuel. So, and I've drinking it many times at night. You know, it doesn't really do anything. Gives me a little kick, but then I can go to sleep fine. Well, they have this drink at Earth Cafe called the Cafe Quadra. Okay, that is Quadra like 4. They pull 4 shots of very strong espresso, which you call a ristretto, and then they add, steamed milk to it. It's like a super, super strong latte. And I've had that drink before, and it does give you a nice kick. But nothing have I ever experienced a caffeine rush like I had from that drink last week. It was last Wednesday. And Andrea Thomas and I went to look at Christmas lights. We had a great evening, came back, dropped her off, I came back home. I did not sleep one wink that night. I did not sleep one wink on Wednesday night. And I stayed up the entire night trying to be productive, trying to get some work done, watching Netflix. And I was literally wide awake for the entire night on Wednesday. So that's how the song popped in my head. It's almost like, you know, when you're feeling tortured and like that song comes in your head and it's like, please, I want to sleep, but I'm wide awake. Can't go to bed. 'Cause I'm wide awake. Okay. And then I thought, oh, those are some interesting chord changes. So I thought, why not play over it a little bit for you guys today? So that's your little story about how I was wide awake last Wednesday and it was not fun. And I will never, ever again drink the Cafe Quadra from Earth Cafe at night. It is a delicious drink, though. If you guys have an Earth Cafe near you, I really recommend it. They have a delicious coffee, very good food. Okay, so now I was going to do another loop in a minor key. So let's mess around with that a little bit. Okay, so I really like that bass line. So let's put that bass line down and then I will add some chords on top of that and we'll see what we can do with that. Okay, so that was our second loop of the evening. Had a little A minor likeness to it. It was pretty much A minor. And that one was not based on any particular song, at least not a song that I was conscious of. I was just kind of playing a progression that I thought sounded good in the moment. We have someone telling us good luck. Murat Sahinkaya, 4986. I hope I'm saying that name right. Thank you for the good luck wishes. And then we got, Muris just checked. Oh, the same progression. So I guess we're talking about the pumped up kicks. That must be what we're talking about there. Sweet. Not unusual for pop music though, right? Not sure what you mean, Kathleen. You can specify in there. Specify what you mean for it not to be unusual for pop music. Okay, so we've been the last 6 weeks that we've been doing the open score, we've been looking at my original pieces, my original compositions, and we've been looking specifically at my piece for 2 violins, which is entitled Tale. And we're on the last movement this week. We've done movements 1 through 5, and we have one more movement to go. The last movement, the 6th movement. And I'm going to show that to you guys in just a second. I'm going to set up the score, and then we will watch the video of the performance of that. So I will take 1 minute to set that up. If you need to get a drink, do it now. Use the restroom, do it now. But don't you go anywhere. You come right back now. We've got good amount of music left on the open score. So I'll see you guys in just 1 minute. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I turned my mic off for a second. Let me get my headphones properly situated here. So I got the cable wrapped around me. Okay, there we go. Now, I want to respond to some of these comments here. Kathleen says pop music tends to not have crazy chord progressions. While I agree with that mostly, I think pop music tends to be pretty repetitive. The sections tend to repeat a lot. So even though we may have progressions that are, you might have similar progressions in a piece of classical music, for example, or in a piece of jazz, but might not repeat as much as in pop music. So I don't know. That's an interesting discussion for a later time. Just ask George Harrison about My Sweet Lord. I will have to do that. And then you would have to use a medium to do it that would be pretty dark. Halloween has passed us by. Maybe next year I will try to, summon George Harrison through a medium. Okay, now we have in front of us the score for the last movement of Tale for 2 violins. This is titled Escape. And in parentheses, you will see 2 words there that you probably have not heard before, Nehavent Longa. Now, Nehavent Longa is the name of a classical piece of Turkish music. Okay, and this is a piece that, as I told you guys before, A tale for two violins is based on various different kinds of music from the Middle East. There are some Armenian melodies in there. There are some Arabic, not particularly Arabic melodies, but there are Arabic modes in there and intonations. And then this, of course, is based on the Turkish piece Nehavent Longa. So that is a fast-paced. The tempo is, a fast tempo piece. And I thought that it would be a perfect piece to resemble the mood of an escape, which is the final part of our tale. And just like the previous movements, I've chosen not to be too literal about what I think the movements mean, because I really want to leave that up to you guys. So we will watch the video of we're going to watch the performance that happened this past September. We're going to revisit that performance. I believe we watched it last week as well. And I have learned the name of the second violinist this week, so I will share that with you in just 1 second. We're going to pull up the video here. Okay. Now, as you can see, we have our two violinists. On the right is Jessica Tong. She is the woman who purchased the score from me. And then on the left, we have Isabel Ong. Okay. And this is the program from the concert. This was performed at the Fredonia School of Music Extravaganza. Okay. And the picture is probably a little bit cut off here because I didn't size the window here to match the concert flyer. So apologies for that. That's just, the point of this is just to give credit to Isabel because I did not give her proper credit last time for playing. So this is Isabel and this is Jessica. And they played this piece wonderfully back in September. So we're going to watch now their performance of the sixth and final movement of Tale for two violins. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Miris, for the collapse. I'm not sure. Are you copying from here for them? Or both? Really, they deserve a big round of applause. They played very well. This is not an easy movement to play. There are parts where it sounds like they're not together, but that's actually written into the music. There's one part towards the end where they are syncopated, which means they're off from each other by 1/16th note. And that is probably the hardest part in the whole piece and all 6 movements to play. And when you get it just right, there's a really cool counterpoint effect that happens that gets bounced around between the 2 violins. Okay, so thank you. Anna says very beautiful music. Thank you, Anna Nerio. And I assume that possibly William Allen Richardson is also watching this stream over in Santa Ana. Okay, so let's get back and let's do some looping. We've enjoyed some written music. Now let's get back and do some loops. I am going to put on the Be Right Back screen for another minute, and then I will be with you probably in closer to 30 seconds. I will see you in just a few seconds. Okay, guys, here we are back in loop land. Over here, this is loop land. We've got the loop station. Right here, we have this beautiful piece of equipment. For those of you who were not here when I presented this beautiful red piece of equipment, this is the Boss RC600 loop station. And what this allows me to do is to loop or repeat pieces of music that I play, fragments of music, whether it's a bass line or chords or a melody. I can repeat it and then play on top of it. So with that beautiful piece of equipment, we can make some interesting music for you guys. And what I'd like to do now is, I'd kind of like to build off of the harmony that we had in a tale, that last movement, which comes from a scale. I'm going to play that scale for you. There are actually several scales in that movement, but this is one of them. Okay. I was also messing around with that scale. That's not all the scale. So I want to do a little kind of a free improv based on that scale. And I'm, at the moment, as I'm speaking to you guys, I'm trying to decide whether I should make it a rhythmic, put down a rhythmic layer here on the Boss RC600, or just have it be a straight, what we call a drone. So one note that I will play on top of. Do you guys have any preference for that? Would you like to hear a more of a rhythmic pulse underneath, or are you leaning more towards a straight note? I am open to your suggestions. We have Andrea Thomas saying rhythmic all day. Well, let's do it then. And we have Kathleen saying rhythmic. Let's get rhythmic, shall we? Okay, so there we go. Thank you for that message, Kathleen. I'm glad you liked the textures of that. I thought that turned out pretty darn well. What do you guys think? Did it resemble a tale at all? I feel like I was kind of channeling the spirit that I had at that time. I think when you're writing music, a lot of times when you're writing an original piece of music, when you go back and listen to it, you find yourself not stuck in, but you find yourself revisiting the frame of mind that you had back then when you were writing it, like your everything that you were doing back then, you know, your mindset, your point of views, the way you were feeling at that time in your life, and so I think that came out a little bit. But what do you think? Would you guys like to hear more of that? I think I would definitely. Okay, now I wanted to throw something at you guys going forward, an idea, because I am thinking of keeping these streams a little bit more performance based and not as much based on. When I say performance based, I mean me performing on the instruments. So that includes my own original compositions, but I'm thinking of pulling back on us watching videos of other people performing my compositions and just keeping it performance based for me. So if I have written a piece that I can play on solo violin or guitar, or if I'm joined by a guest and we can do a piece, for example, violin and piano, then that's kind of my idea going forward for this, is to make it a little bit more performance based. And I'm obviously open to hearing your suggestions on that. And the reason for that is because I think it's a little more engaging when it's performance based. And so what that means is that will sort of change the flow of the program a little bit. We will not have as much, we won't have as much presentations of my original compositions like we just did with a tale. Instead, we may have episodes that are pretty much we'll do loops, we'll do some cover songs, and that can be an entire episode. And then on the occasion that I have a new piece, for example, that I've written, then I will happily showcase that to you guys, and you guys will get a sneak peek at a lot of my original music that's coming out. So that's kind of what I'm thinking going forward, is to keep it a little more performance-based. So let me know what you think. All right, nice. Mira says, kind of sounded like some Egyptian singers that I know. Oh, that's cool. Like that. We have a comment from someone named Stos335. If I didn't know any better, I would say that sounds a little bit like Christos, as in Christos Watson, photographer extraordinaire. If you guys are in the Southern California area and need a photographer, call him. He's the guy. Or find him on Instagram. I think it's Pics by Stos on Instagram. Maybe that's me. I think it is. There we go. Good to see you on the stream, Christos. I don't know if Jason is with you too. That would be amazing. Okay, so now sounds exciting. Can't wait to see more, especially some cool collaborations. I have another collaboration in the works for you guys in a couple weeks. So I'm not going to say anything yet. We still have to confirm it, but that is in the works. Okay, now I want to do the Christmas song for you guys because I told you I had a Christmas song prepared. And, we hear these Christmas songs all December long, even starting back in November. Okay, and I've had my fill of listening to them too, but I actually enjoy playing a lot of them. Some of them are really great songs and they're very well written. This one is, it's a classic. And it's just to kind of start getting us into the spirit if you're not already in the spirit, okay? And, we only get the opportunity to play this music once a year. So why not take advantage of it? So I'm going to do cover for you guys of a Christmas tune in the style of Frank Sinatra. This is a Christmas song that Frank Sinatra recorded. And please tell me which song it is. Type it in the comments as soon as you recognize what song this is. All right. So who got it? Miris was first. And Will got it too. Santa Claus is coming to town. There we go. Exactly. Now, I I realized that was probably a very big jump from where we were a second ago, playing in that Middle Eastern mode, with the different imagery, going straight to New York in the '60s, Frank Sinatra, Santa Claus coming to town. But that's how we do sometimes. Sometimes music can connect these distant worlds. So, and actually, there were a lot of notes in common between those two songs. So I have learned a lot of these Christmas songs for gigs that I've done the past couple years, and I've been enjoying playing them. I enjoy playing them 100 times more than I do listening to them in the department stores or wherever you go. Coffee shop, doesn't matter where they're playing them. And really, a lot of this music is just beautiful, beautifully written, great melodies, good harmonies, jazzy. So now I want to give you guys an assignment for the next minute. Drop it in the comments. Tell me what Christmas song you want to hear next week on the open score, and we'll do it. So give me your favorite Christmas carol. It can be a popular one. It can be a religious one. Let me see what you guys want. The top three comments we will do next week. Okay, so the first three people to give me their favorite Christmas song that they want to hear next week, we'll do it for you on the open score. Okay, Miris is quick. We got Baby It's Cold Outside. And we got Andrea Thomas saying This Christmas. Somehow I figured you might want that song, Andrea Thomas. Mira says the Ella Fitzgerald version, of course. Yeah. Okay, we'll see what we can do with that. And okay, so we've got Baby It's Cold Outside and This Christmas. We need one more. Give me your favorite Christmas carol. What's your favorite Christmas song? Doesn't have to be a carol. Give me your favorite Christmas song. We need one more. And then we have Vika Najarian commenting that we should do an all Christmas program in 2 weeks. How did you read my mind, Viken? We have something in the works. Like I said, I'm not going to share, but we have a very exciting potential guest that's going to be here in 2 weeks for an all Christmas program. I don't know if like 100% Christmas, but it's going to be a holiday themed program in 2 weeks on the 22nd. So that will definitely happen. But next week I also want to play some Christmas music because, like I said, we only get to do it once a year. Okay, we have a comment from Andrea Thomas saying, Snow Miser from Santa Claus is coming to town? I'm not sure what that is. Is that like a movie? Is that a song from a movie? I don't know. Okay, well, most of you guys have my info anyway, so how about you let me know, okay? I think we have time for one more quick loop, and then we will call it a night. But you guys are welcome to comment still down below which Christmas song you'd like to hear next week, or maybe even the week after for our holiday themed program on the 22nd. So let me know if you got a favorite Christmas song that you'd like to hear me play on violin. Okay, we got time for one more loop, so let's see what we can do here. we've got a good potential bass line and some chords there. So let's lay that down, and then we'll see what we can do with that. Okay, guys. So I think that's a wrap for another episode of the Open Score. Man, these hours just fly by. I don't know if it flies by for you guys, but for me, it sure does. So, like I said, next week we are going to do the same thing we're doing, same thing we're doing today. We're going to add a little bit more holiday music in there. We will get some of your requests next week. And like I said, we're going to do a little bit more performance-based. So we will do a few more loops and a few more cover songs as well. So join me next week. It was a pleasure to see you all. I'm very happy to see some new faces today. Can't wait for next week to see you all again. You guys stay warm, stay dry. Have some good food, good warm drinks to keep you nice and satisfied throughout this cold weather. And we will see you next Monday on the show with the best music on the West Coast. That is my claim. All right, guys, we'll see you next Monday. Peace.